Welcome to Mark's Motorsports and Farming channel. And today we are going to do some more greasing on equipment that we will probably be using this spring. Because the only reason I say that is because this rock picker that I'm at now we don't always use, or we haven't always been using, but sometimes we do, and this way it'll be ready if we do have to use it. So we'll start by greasing this rock pickers. Okay, that's all the grease zerks I was able to find on that rock picker. Those four. And then once in a while you get one that does not want to take the grease, and then what I'll do is, like we saw on that one, I just kind of try to shoot it into where it's supposed to go, just to try to get some in there if the zerk doesn't take it. And it usually works when I've done that, but thankfully I was able to screw around long enough and get that zerk to take some grease, and then that way we know it's good. And so now the rock picker is fully greased, because I did not find any on the wheel bearings on that one, and it appears that most of a good amount of of the implements here do not have them there. The fuel cultivator I noticed has them, and on that's the only place where they're at. So now we will move on to the green drill. And here again, I did not see any on the wheel bearings for the tires there, or the wheels as holes, I should say. Yeah, last year was the first year in a few that I used this grain drill for anything. I was doing soybeans with this, and until I got that planter specifically for soybeans. Well, it appears that the grease gun ran out of grease here, so I'll have to run and grab another tube quick, and before I can come back and finish this grain drill. Alright, let's get this cartridge changed in the grease gun here. Yeah, I thought there'd be enough grease left in this cartridge to do a small piece of equipment like this. Thought I'd make it yet, but I didn't quite. Otherwise, for sure, I would have needed to change this cartridge before I do another video like this on something that I know is gonna take longer to grease and require more grease and so forth. Yeah, that's certainly one thing to note if any of you are new to farming or just getting started in it, that you cannot expect to do every single piece of equipment on one grease cartridge. Unless maybe you only have a few pieces. And if any of you do have the financial resources available to purchase a battery powered grease gun like I'm using here, go for it. It's certainly worth the investment rather than doing all that pumping by hand all the time. Otherwise, if pumping by hand is the only grease gun that you have, there's certainly nothing wrong with using one like that. It just might take a little bit longer. See what's reversed. There, now it's pumping grease out. Now I can finish this grain drill. Position the camera. I apologize for the grass. I tried to knock it out of the way so you guys could see this a little better, but and down to the last one. So there you go. The grain drill and the rock picker are officially greased. Yeah, I know this video took a little bit longer than it normally, or went a little bit longer than it normally would have, because I ended up running out of grease in the cartridge there, and had to run and get a new cartridge in order to finish this grain drill here. Otherwise, if there would have been enough grease left in that cartridge, then it wouldn't have gone quite as long here. But now I'll have a fairly full cartridge to reach the next piece of equipment here. As far as getting into the field, it'll probably be another 2, maybe 3 weeks yet. You know, at least get some done where there's, you know, no water issues or anything, but otherwise, you can see here along the tree line there where one of the pieces is at, I'm looking to use the grain drill at that we just greased here, is completely underwater right now. And then where we're next to here is another area where I was looking to seed the spring wheat in, and even a good chunk of this field, as you can also tell, is covered in water right now. Maybe half of it here that isn't underwater, and the rest of this field and then the other field that I made along the tree line. You know, we gotta get rid of this water here first, and then that can all dry out, and I can get it seeded. Yeah, the frost does seem to be starting to come out now in some places. Yeah, even the other fields that aren't fully underwater, like this one is, or like what you see here. Well, same thing, I guess, but yeah, there's no huge amount of standing water in any of the other ones. I'll say that. But yeah, because the frost is just starting to come out, it is a little mushy on the surface. And then I stepped down so far, and right now I think you'd still hit hard ground, but eventually you try to walk out. Even just walk out, you just sink. So it'll take some time yet before things are completely dried out enough to where the ground will support the equipment. So I'd say probably 3 weeks we're looking at here, if I had to guess, based on what I'm seeing, to where we'll actually be able to start putting this equipment into the fields here. So, and then, if any of you are following my friend's channel, Demolition Derby For Life, he just recently was able to figure something out about his computer to where he can upload stuff, but by now he's got issues with his camera and cannot record anything right now. There's a couple of times where where things could have been recorded for him, and which that wasn't able to happen because he's got camera issues right now, and then once he gets that addressed and has a camera that he can use again, then he will be back in business. So yeah, so that's an update on Demolition Derby for Life. If any of you guys watching this are following him at all, his channel. Otherwise, with that, thank you guys for watching my videos. It's very much appreciated. Be sure to hit the like button, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll catch you later.